Sports.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-to-1 as opposed to the 2-to-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. Oh, nice move. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, right back to Hall. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So here are the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
On second down, a run with Patterson.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
That's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Ball again.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Breece Hall
with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 14-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second. They've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen. They need for it to happen now.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. to throw here.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll go again with Patterson.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they learn to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there's good coverage there. They'll force the incompletion.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. They'll set up a throw. Touchdown, Falcons! Bo Melton, his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And he is out of bounds here.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
Holding offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Through one quarter, 14-7. Our 2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Give to Hall running right. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Corral. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
Corral with it. 1st down here.
Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. A beautiful fake. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Man open is Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Looking to throw.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And it's out, he put it on the carpet.
Wow, that ball is not free. When a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, get over in base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He lost 2, and it brings home 4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll drop to throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
They're going to look to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown.
Drake London.
His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Coup now for the point after.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive 7 plays in length.
And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team.
Ball has it knocked loose, and the Falcons grab it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. loss there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And here now come the Falcons.
And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal.
Let's go.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
On the ready.
Second and 4. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Allen Robinson from 4 yards out. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
He's had it working pretty well here in this first half up until that last drive when he put it on the turf, Charles.
So I don't think they wanted to overreact to that fumble, because now you've got a guy that's played so well. You don't want to take him and limit his effectiveness by worrying about it too much. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw him next.
And that's caught inside the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Play action, Corral. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On second down, a run with Hall.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Breece Hall
with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Panthers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. All that remains is to snap this one, so that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached half.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 4. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Completes it to Aguilar. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Patterson running between the tackles. Nifty move. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
On second, here's Algier.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll run here with Algier.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Tyler Algier. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 42. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run with Hall. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Here's Hall again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Breece Hall. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are all tied at 28. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Atlanta regains possession of the football, and their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Let's focus in on what we got to do here.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Drake London, his intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small.
Touchdown, Falcons! Nelson Aguilar. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. For the 4th quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Playoff picture here, and you see they've got that number 2 spot right now. Obviously a lot to like about that and where they're at in this home stretch of the season, but that first-round home game is not guaranteed, Charles, until they lock up their division.
Bottom line, win the division, stay number 2, you get a favorable game at home to begin what you hope will be a nice postseason run.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now Hall to start the drive.
And he's got room.
156 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
On first down, right back to Hall.
And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Carolina.
Breece Hall,
58 yards.
and the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he wisely will throw that one away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
But it appears that they've got man defense, and that's an out. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Corral to throw, 1st and 10.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation. Kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. That'll bring up second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. They'll set up a throw.
Able to hook up with Robinson on the comebacker. He'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown! Allen Robinson with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Falcons use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. So corralling the Panthers now. Down by 4. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Runs over it.
234 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all game long. Ball again.
And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Paul ought to give up the middle.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Here's a give to Hall.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A handoff for Hall.
And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Carolina.
Breece Hall.
48 yards.
And the Panthers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And now the attention on the Falcons offense. Trailing by a field goal. 1:07 remaining. And they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Back to throw. Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Yeah, Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Panthers going to get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Panthers about ready to take over. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, with a pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. First throw of the extra session for Corral. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, that certainly changes things here because they're in field goal range already, but a field goal, that's not what they're looking for now, not after that big play right here in overtime.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Hall. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Moves him to 2 on 2nd down. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout.